So have you changed
Yeah.
direction, or what's caused you to change direction, or what has been the inspiration for you doing
Mm.
what you've been doing?
That's a really nice question, and one that is, I actually asked myself that question quite a lot, because I think what happened was, well, I know what happened to everybody else, like everybody else. COVID hit my business really badly. I think I had 23 keynote stroke speaking engagements booked in the diary. And then 3 days later, they were all gone. That hurt. And if I'm absolutely honest, Derek, I went off the rails a little bit for a couple of weeks, because I'd been working up to this for 2 years, since, well, I guess halfway through when we met. And it was all going really, really well. I mean, I'd done a national pub tour speaking. I mean, you were at a couple of, I think you came to one in London, actually. I think you took some photographs for me. But I mean, I did a gig in Manchester when there was 2 people there. I did one in Birmingham when there was 10 people there. And it was building, and it was building, and it was building. And at the same time, I was getting, quite a few bookings to do corporate speaking. And I'd just done a pub gig in London. I'd started in London and finished in London, and 350 people turned up for that gig. So it was a proper gig. I mean, it was like being a comedian, not that I'm that funny, but it was like, I felt like it was like how a comedian must feel. So I did 19 gigs all over the UK, and it was going really well. And I'd taken bookings across different sectors and all the rest of it, and it just whap. And it really upset me. I mean, and I spent too much time in the pub, I have to say. It was, well, at home drinking beer. Then I realized that I should eat some of my own teaching, I guess. They always say if you want to learn something, you should teach it. And I always say to people, get on. So I thought, well, what will I get on with? And I'd done a little bit of virtual delivery, just a little bit. I'd done some for Marks and Spencers. We did a course on leadership at Marks and Spencers using the virtual technology. So I had a little tiny bit of experience of it. And I thought, well, okay, let's just do something. And I sat down, Derek, and I went, right, what can I talk about? Because normally, as you know, I talk about the future of work, but that's quite a big topic. I wanted to narrow it down. And again, having spoken to a couple of friends, including you actually, and some other people, they all said, well, you're a good storyteller, Scott. Why don't you talk about stories? So I launched a podcast, a vlog rather, talking about stories. And that, along with I do another one in the music industry, it was another thing that happened because I had the space during lockdown. So I've done these 2 broadcasts, and I think we've done 125 episodes now. It's over 300 hours of broadcasting, and I just learned as I went along. I had a rubbish camera, I had, average kit, but again, I didn't focus on the kit. I just wanted to get out there and start speaking, and I started to do that, and that's developed. And then that, in the last few months, since things have relaxed a little bit, it started to pay off, because I'm now taking bookings. I've got a Ned role, which is the first one I've had in a while. The first one I've wanted in a while, that came towards me because of this stuff. So yeah, so that was it really. And now I'm in an interesting place. We'll probably get to this, but should I go back and do what I used to do? I don't know at the moment. I've got some thoughts on it, but again, I guess like many people, I'm at that edge of next moment. I don't really know where I'm going next, Derek, but I'm working on it.